Hello fellow orchid lovers, it's Danielle here with a 3-week Vanda in transferring to water culture video. So the new plant that we transferred was the Vanda Mimi Palmer. She's doing fine, no issues. Her new leaf is growing. Her roots are staying healthy and firm. I am kind of not doing right by this orchid because I did put her in strong light, which means that she's not really something that I can see that well because she's near the glass, and I am letting her dry out when I probably shouldn't let her dry out too often, and especially because she's such a young plant. But so far so good. She's been pretty resilient, but I haven't been able to get any growing tips on her roots, and that's probably the culprit, the fact that I'm letting her dry out for extended periods of time. So I'm making a mental note to try to do better with her. A lot of my effort has been focused on our problem child, our lilac. And if you remember the last video, I had the microfiber draped over her roots and down into the water. It's a method that I've used several times to hydrate roots that aren't long enough to reach the water, but I just didn't like what it was doing to her roots. If you'll see the blackened tips, the growing tips, I just didn't like it. I just felt like she wasn't getting good air circulation, you know, because they're so tiny. They were, although the microfiber was only draped over them, I just felt like they weren't really getting good air circulation. I was going to lose them. So what I have switched to doing instead is every other day I soak her all the way up to her new roots. So the water level rises all the way to here, and I soak her for a good half hour, 45 minutes, hour, you know, whatever it ends up being. And then I drop the water down and I keep, you know, her longest root in the water. So this actually could go up, the water level could go up just a smidge because the velamin's not in there. But that's what I'm doing with her, and I have to say it is working. Her leaves have perked up significantly. A lot of her leaves were very severely dehydrated, very wrinkled and not happy, and they are firming right up. They're nice and firm and fleshy, and her new leaf is growing pretty quickly. Her new roots that have the growing tips that didn't go black are progressing. As you can see, that's a pretty big extension on that root. If you remember, they were going stop, start, and it was a really short cycle. This one, it's staying green for quite a while. So I'm excited about that. The one back here similarly just decided to put out a tip. So yeah, hopefully she will continue on this path. So I think that, you know, giving her a good drink every other day is really boosting her moisture level and helping her to recoup a little better. You know, short and sweet, only 2 orchids to include in this group. But they're both doing really well, so I'm really happy with that. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you all next time.